didn't realize that I didn't have an intro for this video, so before I edit it, here is me filming that. I have been feeling very unmotivated lately and just so in my head and really not great. So I wanted to film like what I do in a day, like what really helps me get back up. Also, usually when I do these days, it's because I find myself being on my phone too much and just scrolling and using my phone for no reason. It takes me a while to realize that, but then once I do, I'm like, okay, I need to take a step back. Because sometimes I just don't want to deal with what I'm feeling or like don't want to tap into my emotions. So I'm just like, let me go on my phone and not think. And after I did this day, I haven't been on my phone a lot, so because I think being on my phone makes everything worse. So yeah, so here is what I do in a day. Enjoy and let's chill. I love being outside. It clears my head so much. On the stripes. I like to especially come here when I feel very disconnected and when I'm thinking too much in the past or the future. Lately, I've been finding myself at the willow tree and just sitting down and listening to the birds and watching the leaves dance. Coming here makes me realize that I'm living in my head and not presently and mindfully. This used to be my spot when I came to this park. Also, I didn't get to say before because my brother came, but I love riding my bike, especially on kind of windier days because it feels like I'm flying. It really clears my head when I bike. And I could walk to this park, but it's like 20 minutes and I'd rather bike. But I used to come here all the time in the winter. When I had a really bad depressive episode, I'd walk here like almost every day. This was my spot in 2020. I have different spots every year, I'd say. I just love being here alone. It's raining a little bit and this is my favorite weather. So my room is a mess. I haven't washed my bed in like over a week, so it needs to be washed. Yeah, first step, take all the sheets off the bed. Window, cold wind blowing. I like cleaning my room on these days because I feel like this doesn't help the mind clutter because my space is very cluttered already because I like having a lot of stuff in my room. And then it's even more cluttered when I have a bunch of clothes everywhere and stuff that I didn't put away. So I like just cleaning up what is visible to the eye because I definitely notice a difference when my room is clean. That's what I'm doing now while my bed is being washed. Can sing along in cherry blossoms in spring and they leave everything. I basically cleared everything that was in the way. There's still a lot of organizing in my room to do and I shoved a lot of stuff in my closet, I won't lie. I've just finished tidying up and now my sheets are done. Perfect timing. So now I'm gonna make my bed. You like your little bag? Now I'm gonna do some yoga. I'm not really sure why I picked this back up after everything happened. This was something I did every day a few years ago and I fell out of it. And I've been doing it for these past few months and it's been really, really helping me. I feel a huge difference in my body and my mind. Although sometimes my mind is racing too much to the point where even this doesn't help it. But I like it because it makes me feel stronger physically and mentally as well. I'll put some yoga YouTubers that I follow in the description if anyone wants to check them out. So I just did my meditation and it was actually really nice. It was only 10 minutes long. I haven't meditated during the day in so long and I only do it like in the morning and sometimes at night. But at night it's useless because I fall asleep. When I was 17, I devoted so much of my time to practicing meditation and just like developing my spiritual side a lot. I remember doing 5 minutes and then 10 minutes and then I would just look forward to meditating because it was like escaping to a different dimension. Meditating is very, very powerful, but it's hard to start. And once you get out of it, it's hard to start back from experience. But yeah, I used to meditate all the time and all of my long meditations, I remember them like memories, and I think that's fucking awesome and sick that the brain can do that. They were just so vivid and detailed that it's nice to be able to remember them. I love doing the visual meditations, like the guided visual ones, because it brings my imagination to life and it makes me more creative. And at that time, I was making my jewelry all the time. I was very creative. I think it had a lot to do with my meditations, but like I fell out of it because that happens sometimes and it's okay. I've been trying to get back into it lately. Like I'm just doing the morning meditations just to like whatever you start with in your day, it really makes a difference. Like, you know how people say like don't go on your phones right away in the morning. Like I notice such a difference when I go on my phone right away and I don't meditate or like I don't get out of bed right away. I'd like to say I wish I didn't fall out of it, but there's no point in saying that because you can't turn back time, and I believe a lot of things are meant to happen and sometimes you're meant to fall out of things and stop doing something because it's not good for you at that time. Yeah, that's a whole other story, but like I realized like if I didn't fall into that depression right after I was 17 and like I had my spiritual journey and stuff, I wouldn't have gone to school. I probably would still be making jewelry full time. My life would be a lot different. Some things just happen that way and doesn't mean it's gone forever, and that's what I'm doing now. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. So now I'm gonna journal, and I know this sounds crazy, but I journal on my laptop because I found that I was more productive that way. I've been journaling since I was around 9, I think. I got a notepad for Christmas or my birthday. I would write in it every day, like how I felt, what happened that day, what I didn't like. Throughout the years, I've been journaling on and off. It never really stuck with me too long until I guess I'd say now, because I started journaling on my laptop. I feel like for me it's quicker and I can get my thoughts out quicker, and I get more out of it that way, because when I'm journaling on pen and paper, which is great, and like that I wish I could get as much out of it as I could with doing it on my laptop, but I just don't because I think quicker than I write. So I'm writing and then like I'm already gone on to the next thought, and then it's just a mess, and I feel like I don't get what I need out of it when I journal on pen and paper. It's not like I never journal in my notebook. Like I might do it today because I don't have a lot to say, but if I feel like I have a lot to say and I feel like I have a lot to unpack, like there's times where I've written 3,000 words. If I know like I need that, then I go on my laptop. A little tip for anybody, I just don't like doing it on a screen, and that's kind of what sucks about it. But like I said, I've learned a lot about myself through journaling, and especially through journaling on my laptop, because there's just so much more. Like I could just think while I type, because I type so fast and I think so fast, so I could just like think type. Sometimes I do journal prompts. Today I'm just gonna write out some things in my head and some good things, because I think for a while, like in the past, I would only focus on the good and I'd see the good and it'd just become a cycle. But since everything, like my depressive episode, but also since March, I've been focusing more on like getting better and negative thoughts and like how to fix those negative thoughts and negative patterns. And I feel like that's made me a little more unmotivated. When you are writing about good things that happen to you, even like the smallest little things, you start to see more of that, and you kind of train your brain to see good things in everything. The same thing with gratitude. Like I write out in my gratitude journal every morning. I feel like that makes a huge difference, because we sometimes like you feel like you've done nothing in a day and you feel like nothing has gone right. But then if you really think about it, like even just like, oh, I went outside and I saw a bird, and like that could be one thing you're grateful for, one thing that you appreciated throughout the day, and you'll just see more and more of that every day. So anyways, moral of the story is I'm gonna try and write more positively now, and not always treat journaling as like a reflection thing and like a thing to put out all my negative thoughts. I need some good stuff in there as well. So I'm gonna do that now. I don't know what steps to take. I do the easy ones until it knows. I'd say out of all of the things I've talked about so far, this is the one thing that really clears my head the most, other than reading, if it's a really good book and I'm fully immersed in it. I've always loved singing ever since I was a little girl, so whenever I play, it reminds me of her. I don't know, it's very freeing. But my issue is being a perfectionist and never sharing anything that I do. Also, check out my posture, so good. When you need distraction to survive, it's part of me. Wouldn't you believe it's nothing? Now I'm gonna read, because I didn't really get to do much at the park. I'm just gonna put some nice music on. I'm putting fantasy instrumentals on since I'm reading Peter Pan, just to get in the spirit. I always switch up my music when I'm reading to correlate with the mood of the book or the genre. So it makes it more, what's the word? And that's what I love about reading. It's just like going to another world. So now I'm gonna take a bath. I'm also gonna put a face mask on and I'm gonna do some extensive skincare, because I feel like when I do a face mask and everything, I feel very refreshed. Oh, my lonely heart
She could hang around for days, but never leave the house. Something more than just a face. She did occasionally, just as she.
I'm gonna start burning the bath before I do my mask.
She'll play the game for free until she dies. Until she dies, she owes as she dances. She owes as she does. She owes as she dances. She owes as she does.
I'm so upset right now. I just filmed a video of me talking for 10 minutes and my camera does this weird thing where it records in slow motion without telling me, and that happened. So basically everything that I just said down the drain. But anyways, what I was saying, that's basically what I do to like boost my energy a little bit and boost my mood and my productivity and my tiredness, because I've been feeling a lot more tired lately and just defeated and unproductive. Like getting out of bed is hard, and like the grief has taken a big toll on my body. It hurts. It's like sore all the time. I'm tired a lot, and all of these emotions and like feelings and stuff have been definitely heightened since I've come back from Thailand. And I wanted to share this because in my last video I was like expressing that like it's good to feel your emotions and let them out because it'll get worse. And I'm being a hypocrite because I haven't been doing that, but it's not on purpose. Ignore my glasses also, they're crooked because I sat on them, so just ignore that. But I've been doing that, but not on purpose, and it's because I'm just so used to it. I've programmed my brain for years to just not cry and not be so sensitive. It's hard to get over that quickly, and I don't even realize that I'm doing it most of the time. And I just feel so tired and like not myself, and just like I'm continuously having an existential crisis because I'm not letting myself fully understand and feel what's going on. I'm taking these off. What's going on inside my brain, inside my body, inside my mind, whatever. So yeah, been a little hypocritical in terms of feeling my emotions. It's not my fault. It just happens. When I catch myself, I try and like journal or do something because I can't just cry on command. Like I can't cry. I can't make myself cry unless I'm watching a sad movie, which actually is kind of funny because I look forward to crying when I watch a sad movie or when I read a sad book, because I'm like, finally something I can cry about and like let out my emotions. And it's always been that way, and I thought that was normal. Then I realized it wasn't. Also, I really hope it's not in slow motion right now. I'm gonna cry. It's not slow motion, we're good. And I don't know why the 8-month mark has been tougher just this month in general, and I know like I think coming back had a big impact on feeling my grief, and just I don't know how to explain it, but it's been very different since I got back. It's definitely been a lot harder, and like I just miss her a lot, and like grief is just constant waves and it's just always hitting at different times, but it feels like a second big wave, like, oh, another realization, like a bigger realization, because sometimes it's like many things, like, oh, like I want to tell her this and I can't, and then it hits me. But this was like it happening all over again somehow, and I don't know why, but maybe I just had like a weird rebirth kind of thing in Thailand. I don't know, but I'm not trying to push it away, and I'm trying to like understand it and be compassionate with it, because you can't really understand grief. It just happens and you can't control it. Like there's no use of getting upset with myself for feeling it because it means that I love her. But I still kind of struggle talking about it, and like I find it just hard to express how I feel about grief itself. Like talking in general about grief is fine, and talking about my feelings, but like talking about Marts and like missing her and stuff, that's when it gets too much, because then it's like ooh, that's like real territory and I'd rather not touch there. But I know I'll get to a place where I could talk about her, but like I can't, like talking about her in the past, and I don't know how to explain it. There's certain things I can talk about regarding grief and regarding marts, but certain points where it's like, oh, that's too much. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, I noticed in the beginning, all I wanted to do is like watch videos of her and listen to her and read our texts and stuff, and now like I find myself doing that less because it hurts more, because over time it just gets more real. And I think a lot of people believe that a few months in you're like, okay, oh, like you moved on with your life and you're good now, you understand how to deal with it now. But no, like you don't understand how to deal with it now. Like it takes so long. The pain is always there, and like the void of missing that person is always there. But the only thing that changes is your ability to, I guess, make room for that emotion and work with it and have it in your life without it taking over every aspect of it. I don't know if that makes sense, but so I've just been kind of down in the dumps. Sorry, I hate like that I try and make jokes when I'm talking about serious stuff, but it's just I have to like lighten the mood for myself because sometimes it's too much. Anyways, moral of the story, what I'm trying to say is that it takes a lot of time, and like I don't know when I'll get to a place where I feel like a bit more stable. And you never feel stable in life, like no matter what you go through. Literally life is like this. Like you can't control it no matter what. But I know eventually I'll get to a place where I don't know, actually I don't know. We think we know shit in the moment, but we don't know anything. Like life just throws stuff at you. So like I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but yeah, it's still very fresh, and people might not think that because it's been 8 months, but I think it's still very fresh because it feels like it only just happened. Like when I think of November, especially from like I think until right before my trip, November felt like 2 months ago or like a month ago, and it still feels like it wasn't that long ago. So 8 months means shit all. Like that means nothing, because time isn't real, first of all, but that's another topic. But the months doesn't mean anything when you're grieving, because like it doesn't just go away with time. Like, oh yeah, so it's every month it like gets a little easier. Like every month like, you get a little less sad. No, like it's not like a skill that you're developing. Like it's just an emotion. So that's what's been going on, and that's why I wanted to make this video. It just popped into my head today, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm glad I did this because it actually pushed me to do things and go outside and enjoy myself. Yeah, so also like the past few months I didn't go to school. I haven't been in school since it happened. I had 2 semesters, I had 2 weeks left of school, so I just didn't go. And then another semester that I just decided to like skip a semester, so I haven't been doing much the last few months. I've had so much free time, but it's passed by so quickly. I wouldn't say I wasted time either. I think I really, really needed that time to myself, because I'm gonna be going back to school now this month, next month, almost this month. So in August, I definitely needed a lot of time to like reflect and be alone. Like I needed that alone time in the first few months especially. But yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to it actually. Now I'm going into it with a new perspective and kind of a new purpose and inspiration. So I know things will be different, and I'm hoping it'll guide me to where I need to be next, because I have no fucking idea what I want to do next. Yeah, so I definitely need more days like this before I go back to school. But I know being busy doing stuff every day will help me a lot, because now it's been too long that I'm just not doing anything, and now I feel like I think that's definitely fucking up my brain even more. So yeah. So anyways, I think I'm gonna do a tarot reading for myself now, because I think that'll top off the day and then just continue reading. I got like more than halfway through thank you for watching, and I'm very grateful for like all the messages I got from my last video. It was a very hard thing to post, so more on that another time, but thank you for all the love, and I'm really glad that I'm able to share stuff like this and share things that create conversation. Yeah, I don't know. I hope you have a good night or good evening or good morning, whatever time of day it is. Thank you. Bye.